Today we're going to do a nice gentle flow. So let's begin. So let's find a nice comfortable Sukhasana seat. Sit nice and tall, find length of the spine. Hands on our knees, face up for receiving or face down for more grounding. And let's just close our eyes and start with a couple nice cleansing breaths. So big inhale through the nose, filling up your lungs, taking a little pause, and then letting it out through the mouth. One more. Big inhale through the nose, filling up, taking a little pause, and letting go through the mouth of anything that doesn't serve you on your mat at this present moment. And then let's find your natural breath. As we do that, let's just scan the body, looking for any tension. And if we find any, let's relax it, especially in the jaw, the shoulders. Softening the eyelids, the forehead. Just bringing your awareness to your breathing, not forcing it. Just being aware of how it goes in through the nose, hits the back of the throat on the inhale, fills up the lungs. And on the reverse, how it deflates, collapses the lungs, back up through the throat, and out through the nose. And as we do that, we find complete stillness. Thoughts might arise, let them go. Just bring your awareness back to your breathing. Maybe letting that breath hit the belly. And then releasing it. And maybe we lengthen that inhale as we lengthen that exhale. And as we do that, let's balance that inhale with that exhale. Making the inhale equal to the exhale. Letting go of your to-do list. Letting go of whatever is going on outside of your mat. Being present. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. Let's give a little bow as we come and find an intention for our practice. Something that brought us on our mats today. Positive word. Or just the peaceful moment. Whatever it is, let's just seal it with a big inhale through the nose and gently open the mouth and sigh it out. And let's lift the gaze up as we gently blink our eyes open. Let's take a big inhale, up, arms up. Exhale, open and drop them hands by our side. Inhale, bring them arms back up to touch. And then exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands up overhead. As we exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Inhale, nice and tall, finding space through that spine, through each vertebrae. As we exhale, we just find a deeper twist. Our gaze is over that back shoulder. Not holding our breath. Next inhale, come back to center, arms up overhead to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands up overhead. As we exhale, we twist to the left. Again, we're finding length for each vertebrae, sitting nice and tall. And as we exhale, we just get deeper in the twist. Gaze over that back shoulder. Inhale. Inhale back to center. Hands together, exhale, hands to heart. Taking a breath here, inhale, exhale. And let's release them hands and bring them behind us. Interlace those fingers. And as we inhale, we open the chest, open the heart, gaze high. And stay in here for the exhale. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, let's release that. Exhale, hands to the knees. So let's find a nice tabletop here. Making sure everything's stacked, hands underneath the elbows, underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And everything is about hip distance apart. So let's do a couple cat and cow pose. So let's inhale to our cow, dropping the belly, gaze comes forward. And then exhale, round the back, chin to the chest. And just let your breath take you from one movement to the next. Not rushing it. Really grounding through your hands, stay nice and strong through them arms. Let's do one more, and then we'll find our stillness. Once we're in our stillness, let's just find our child's pose. So toes to touch, knees as wide as our mat. Sitting back on our heels, and then just walking our hands forward as we find our forehead to the earth. And as we do that, we rest, surrendering, relaxing, reminding that we can always find our child's pose throughout our practice, whether if we need to reset or rest. It's always available anytime. Couple more breaths in our child's pose. Your next inhale lifts you back up to your tabletop. Getting settled into our tabletop. And let's extend that right leg out long, keeping it up off the mat. Don't let the lower back sink down, just stay nice and strong. As we exhale, we're just gonna kind of pivot on that left knee, dropping the top leg, opening up to a nice side plank. Staying nice and strong again through that left arm, left hand. And then breathing, finding length from one hand to another. Next inhale lifts you up, coming into your gay pose. And as exhale, we find a nice stretch through that left side. Finding length through the neck. Don't shrug the shoulders. Keep them away from the ears. Ground through that right foot. Inhale back to your gay pose. As we exhale, we windmill our hands back down, coming back to where we began, extending that right leg up. And let's go to a nice spinal balance here. Let's extend the opposite arm, left hand extends. So keep that core engaged. Your left thumb is reaching for the sky as you're pushing into that right heel. Your fingers are spread, both hands. Take an inhale. As we exhale, we release everything down to our tabletop. Now let's switch side. This time, extend the left foot out.
push into the heel. Really ground through both hands. Core is engaged. Then we're gonna pivot onto that right foot, just like we did on the other side, finding our side plank. Left arm reaches to the sky. Your next inhale lifts your upper body. And then exhale, let's find that gate pose. Finding a nice stretch through that right side. Again, keeping them shoulders away from the ears. Really grounding through that left foot. And breathing, not holding your breath. Next inhale finds your gate pose. Exhale, windmill your hands back down, lifting that left leg back up. And then finding our spinal balance. Extend that right arm. Thumb reaches to the sky. Separate those fingers. Core is engaged. It's supporting that lower back. Inhale and then exhale. Nice. From here, let's start finding some movements. So let's inhale and shift forward, finding a little stretch into the wrist. And as we exhale, we just shift back into our heels. Inhale forward. Again, that breath is moving us. Exhale from one asana to the other. Inhale. Exhale. This time, let's add some chaturangas here. So let's inhale forward as we exhale, chaturanga. Arms, exhale, push back, and then shift back. Inhale forward, exhale, release down, chaturanga. Inhale, push up, exhale, shift back. Let's do one more. Keep your gaze to the mat. I'm looking for you because I want you guys to hear me. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time, let's inhale to a tabletop, curl the toes, and let's find our downward dog. Let's pedal out our feet. It's our first downward dog. So things are still a little tight. Shaking your head yes and no. And then when you're ready, find your stillness. Making sure your hands are about shoulder width apart. Your fingers are spread. And most of the way is through that index finger and the thumb. Your shoulders are away from the ears, down the spine. Belly is hollowed out. Let's inhale high up on the toes and ripple forward to a nice high plank. And then exhale, shift back. Downward dog. Let's do two more like that. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, forward. And exhale, shift back. Staying here for a couple breaths. Staying nice and strong through those arms. Inhale high up on the toes. As we exhale, we walk ourselves to the top of the mat. And let's find our ragdoll. So let's inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, grabbing opposite elbows. And just hanging heavy. Knees are soft. You can sway side to side if you like. Or just find your stillness, whatever feels nice. Wherever you're at, release your hands to the earth. And let's keep them knees soft as we roll up one vertebrae at a time. Shrugging our shoulders to our ears. Hands by our side. And then we're going to find our Tadasana pose at the top of the mat. So once you're at the top of the mat, you can keep your feet separated, or you can bring your toes to touch. Whatever feels comfortable. So let's inhale nice and tall. As we exhale, we're going to swan dive to our forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale to a nice flat back. Your gaze is at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale to a nice flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to your tall mountain. Then exhale, behind on your lower back, interlace those fingers. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Staying here for a nice deep inhale. Exhale through the nose. Nice and strong. Inhale, nice and tall. Arms come up overhead. As we exhale, we swan dive to our forward fold. Inhaling to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Right foot comes back. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Left foot finds the back foot, downward dog. Feet are about hip distance apart. Staying here for a nice couple breaths. Inhale high up on the toes. As we exhale, we come to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to your tall mountain, keeping them knees nice and soft. Exhale, hands to heart. By your side. Nice full breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, nice and tall. Arms come up overhead. As we exhale, swan dive to your forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. This time the left foot comes back. Low lunge. Inhale to a nice flat back. Find length. As we exhale, plant the hands. Right foot meets the left. Downward dog. Staying here for a couple breaths. Staying strong through the whole body. Inhale high up on the toes. As we exhale, we walk up to your forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to your tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. By your side, Tadasana. Big inhale through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, arms come up, tall mountain. Exhale, swan dive to your forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Right foot comes back. Dropping the heel down, finding our warrior one. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Really bend into that front knee. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Take a nice inhale. As we exhale, we open up. Warrior 2. For 3, 2, 1. Palm comes up. Let's inhale to your reverse warrior. For 3, 2, 1. one. Take an inhale. As we exhale, we windmill our hands down to the earth. Bring that right foot to meet the left. Inhale to a nice chair pose. Same for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale to Tadasana. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Inhale, arms come up overhead. As we exhale, swan back to your forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. This time the left foot comes back, setting up for our warrior one. Drop the heel, and then inhale, arms up. Really ground through that outer edge of that back foot. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale nice and tall. As we exhale, we come to our warrior two. For 3, 2, 1. Palm comes up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale. As we exhale, we windmill our hands down to the earth. Exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right. Inhale, chair pose. For 3, 2. Inhale, exhale, Tadasana. Take an inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the nose. Inhale, nice and tall. We're adding on. Exhale, swan down to your forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Right foot comes back. Warrior one. Arms come up. One full breath. Your next inhale opens you up. Warrior two. Let's add a little flow here, right? So let's just inhale, straighten the leg, arms come up to touch. As we exhale, hands to heart and bend into that front knee. Inhale, arms come up, straighten that front knee. Exhale, warrior two. One more like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to heart, warrior two, legs. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, warrior two. Staying here for a nice full breath. Next inhale, straighten the legs. And let's find our feet parallel to each other. We're going to come to a nice wide forward fold. So hands on the hip. So inhale, open the chest, look up. And exhale, a nice flat back, come into a nice forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. As we exhale, we fold. Now just make sure the weight is distributed through the whole foot. The tendency is to bring the weight bearer towards the heel. Just shift forward a little bit so you can feel it through the front of the foot. And then let your head be heavy here. Your hands can be in between your legs, between your feet. You can grab the opposite. You can grab the ankles if you like. Just let your head be heavy here. And just continue to breathe. Let that upper body be heavy. Let's bring our hands under our faces. As we inhale, we come to a nice flat back. As we exhale, we drop that left hand underneath your face. And the next inhale, we just twist towards the right. Now you can extend the arm up, or you can just do a nice half bind by keeping that hand on the lower back. And your gaze is high if that's available, and you're breathing. Just make sure you're grounding through both feet here. Don't let the hip shift to the right. Keep it square to the earth. Then exhale, come back to center. Switching hands and then inhaling other side. And do the same thing you did on the other side, whether it was a half bind or you extended the arms up high. Well, we'll just stay here for a few breaths. Again, stay nice and strong through both legs. Keeping that core engaged, supporting the lower back. Breathing. Inhaling, and then exhale, dropping that top arm to meet the bottom. And then let's just walk our hands to the top of the mat, coming into a nice low lunge. Plant our hands, and let's find our downward dog here. And let's just stay nice and strong here for a couple breaths, relaxing the shoulders down our spine. And let's walk our hands back to our feet. And let's just, once we're there, let's just roll up nice and slow, keeping the knees soft. Finding our mountain pose once more. From here, we're going to find our tree pose. Now you're at the back of the mat, but I'm going to turn to face you. So we're going to ground to the right foot. So option is you can keep your foot at your ankle and just work on lifting it up. Your calf, full expression of the pose. Wherever you're at, find your drishti, find your strength through that standing leg, core is engaged, find that length of the spine. And let's interlace our fingers behind our back, finding that heart opener one more time. So let's inhale, open the heart. And let's just stay here, stay nice and strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you fall out, it's okay. I just did. Shake it out, roll it out. Balance can be difficult from one day to the other. Sometimes you nail it, sometimes you don't. It's okay. Every day is different. So we're back at the end of our mats. Let's inhale nice and tall, arms overhead. As we exhale, we swan dive to our forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. And as we exhale, we walk ourselves back to our downward dog. Separate your feet. Take a couple of breaths here. Let's inhale the right leg up high. Now, tendencies to open the hip. Try to keep that right hip down, lift the heel up. Bend the leg, and now open the hip. Roll the ankles, but try to keep that right shoulder to the earth. Let's square them hips back together, and then inhale, straighten that right leg up. As we exhale, we bring it out to the outside of that right hand, coming into a nice lizard pose. Drop the back knee, and let's just relax. Now if you have blocks, you can grab your blocks and rest your elbows on your blocks. Just make sure that knee doesn't really come over that toe. And take anything you'd like here. You can open that hip to the right, let your foot come off the earth, rocking side to side. Just keep that length through that spine. And you're breathing. Let's come back to center. Come up onto your hands. If you have your blocks, just move them out of the way, bring them to the top of the mat. So from here, we're gonna curl that back toe, lift the knee off the mat. And we're gonna shift forward, coming into our Malasana pose, which is our yogi squat. So your toes are pointing out off the mat and your heels are in. I like to shift side to side a little bit, get comfortable. Once you find your comfort level, your edge, settle in. Push into the feet, lift up a little bit for 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. As we exhale, we find our forward fold. Inhale to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. This time the left foot comes back, finding your warrior 1. Now we're on the other side. Now stay where you're at. I'm just going to switch some facing. So the there you go. So exhale, open up, warrior 2. So we're going to find that flow. So as we inhale, arms come up overhead. As we exhale, hands to heart, bend into that front knee. Inhale, arms up overhead. As we exhale, warrior 2. Stay here for a nice full breath. Next, inhale, hands up overhead. As we exhale, hands to heart. Bend into that front knee. Inhale, arms up overhead. As we exhale, warrior 2. Staying here for a nice full breath. Inhale, straighten the front leg, hands to the hip, setting up for a wide forward fold. Inhale, open the heart. As we exhale, forward fold with nice flat back. Hands to the earth. Inhale to a nice flat back. And then as we exhale, we fold. Again, same thing as you did before. Letting that upper body hang heavy. Keeping the weight through the whole foot, not just the heel, okay? And just find that stretch through the back of the legs. And staying here for a few breaths. And let's walk our hands underneath our face as we take an inhale to a nice flat back. And we're going to do that twist again. So exhale, plant that hand on the right hand on the hip. As we inhale, we twist to the right. You can extend that arm up high or do a nice half bind. Again, try not to shift the weights towards that turn. Keep them squared. And find that length through the neck. Stay strong through that left arm, left hand. Don't hold your breath. Your gaze is as high as it can be without any discomfort. Next, inhale, bring that arm up. As we exhale, we drop it down, switching to the other side. Next, inhale, and left arm comes up to the sky. Again, same thing as you did the other side. Balance the body. Find strength for equal foot pressure. The hand, the arm, finding length through the spine. Core is engaged. Inhale, the left arm comes up. As we exhale, we bring it down. And let's just come to the top of the mat. From here, we're going to plant our hands. Bring that foot to meet the back, downward dog. Staying here for a couple breaths. Now let's walk our hands to the back of the mat. Once we're there, we're going to keep our knees soft and roll up nice and slow. And we're going to find our tree pose onto the left side. So you're at the back of the mat. I'm just going to face you. So same thing. Find that grounding through the left foot. Now wherever you were last time, whether you were just working on your balance with the toe on the mat, calf or full expression of the pose. So wherever you're at, find your bind. But I want you to unlace it. So you have the comfortable one, release it, and find that uncomfortable bind. Balancing the body. So find your tree, find your drishti, open the heart, and let's just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release everything. Shake it out, roll the ankle if you need to. And then from here, finding your Tadasana pose at the back of the mat. Inhale nice and tall as we exhale, swan dive to your forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold, walk your hands to your downward dog. Separate your feet. Staying strong through your hands, separating your fingers. Let's inhale the left foot up high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Roll the ankle if that feels okay. Inhale, straighten the leg out. As we exhale, bring it to the outside of the left hand, finding our lizard pose once more. Drop the knee, uncurl the toe. Again, if you had your blocks, grab your blocks. Otherwise, you can stay on your hands. Just keep that length through the spine. All right, let's come back up into our hands. Remove the block if you have a block. And then let's bring that left foot to meet the right. And let's just find our child's pose here. Dropping the hips. Dropping the head. And your hands can be wherever they're comfortable. Again, I'm facing you so you can hear me, but your forehead should be to the earth. Your eyes should be closed. Your awareness is to your breathing. Just feeling that belly blowing up like a balloon on the inhale and deflating on the exhale. Maybe we listen to the heart. On your next inhale, let's come up and find your seat. And let's extend them legs out long in front of you. And you can move the fleshy part from your glutes. And let's just find a nice active stack pose here. Your feet are flexed, you're nice and tall. Your shoulders are down. You're finding space to the neck. Stay in here for a nice couple breaths. Let's inhale nice and tall. As we exhale, let's just shift forward through the hips. And then exhale, release it down. Nice seated forward fold. Your knees can be soft here. Just keep your feet flexed. Every inhale, you find length through the spine. Every exhale, you fold a little deeper. Relaxing the jaw. And let's inhale to a nice flat back. And as we exhale, let's walk ourselves back to your staff pose. Nice. So from here, let's bring the right foot in. And then let's bring it across. Let's just do a nice seated twist. Now you can stay here if you want to do full twist. You can always bring it in. But I'm going to leave my leg out straight. Ground to the right foot. As we inhale, we sit nice and tall. As we exhale, we twist to the back. Again, looking over that back shoulder. Not bringing the shoulders forward, okay? Don't round that back. Sit nice and tall. You're breathing. Every inhale finds length through the spine. Every exhale, deeper into the twist. Your next inhale, come back to the center. As we exhale, we're just going to do a little counter twist. And then inhale back to center. And then from here, let's just switch sides. So left foot comes in and then across. And just do the same thing you did on the other side. So you inhale nice and tall, you hug that left knee in. As we exhale, we twist over to the left. And don't dump weight on that back hand. You're breathing. That right foot is flexed. Active legs. Let's inhale back to center. As we exhale, little counter twist. Inhale back up, and then release the legs. So let's do a few Navasana poses here, boat poses. And then we'll lay on our back and do some reclined poses. So let's squeeze the legs together, right? Squeeze them together, arms in front of you, and let's just shift back. And then let's just hold it here. We're breathing. We're squeezing the legs together. We're staying nice and strong. Make sure you're leading from the sternum, from the heart. If you find yourself rolling like this, lift up a little bit, okay? For 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, we shift up. And don't slouch here, okay? Stay nice and strong here. Just rest, but still stay active. Next, we're going to do that again, but we're going to add a little twist. So I'm going to face you. So let's find that again. Ground into the feet, legs squeeze together, arms forward. So let's take an inhale. As we exhale, we shift back. Bringing the hands to heart. And then let's just twist to the right. And then let's just hold this for 5, 4, 3. Don't hold your breath. Next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lift up. And then release. But you're staying nice and strong here, right? You're not rolling out, right? All right, so let's do the other side. Arms up, and let's just shift back. Hands to heart. Take a breath in. As we exhale, we twist to the left. We're breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale back to center. As we exhale, we lift up and release. So we're going to lower all the way down to our mats, but let's just go nice and slow with control, right? Let's not flop down there. So let's just go one vertebrae at a time. And once we're there, let's just bring the knees into the chest. Give them a nice hug. Let's drop the left foot onto the mat. And let's straighten that right leg. Flex the foot. Keep both hips down. And just get a nice stretch. Then you can stay here, but if you're very flexible, you can always extend that left leg out long. And you can grab the calf, the foot, or if you have a strap, you can always grab the strap and put it on your foot and hold it. From here, let's just inhale and lift the upper body up. So almost add like a little core stretch. But don't tug on the leg. Let the core hold you up here. That right foot is flexed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, and then as we exhale, release the upper body. Bend the knee, give it a nice hug. And let's switch legs. So drop the right foot to the earth, and let's just hug that left knee into the chest. And same thing as you did the other side. If you extended that right leg, on the other side, extend. Otherwise, let's strain the left leg, whether you have a strap, you're on your calf, or you're on your foot. You're breathing. Enjoy that nice stretch to the back of the leg. Let's inhale and lift that upper body up. Right? The core is holding you up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, as we exhale, release that lower body, or that upper body, excuse me. Keep that left foot flexed. Enjoy the stretch. Bend the knee. Give it a nice hug. Let's bring both knees into the chest. Nice hug. And then let's extend them, finding a nice long stretch here. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the feet. One more time, let's bring the knees into the chest. And let's just do a nice recline twist. So let's open the arms to a T, and let's just drop the knees to the right. And your gaze is over the left, so you're looking at the opposite of your knees. Maybe that right hand drops on the outer thigh. And you're just relaxing here. Finding your relaxation breath. Making your exhale twice as long as your inhale. Closing your eyes. And just letting go. Let's inhale back to center, and as we exhale, let's just find that twist on the other side. Again, same thing you did on the other side. Closing the eyes and finding your relaxation breath once more. Making that exhale twice as long as your inhale. Let's inhale back to center, and then giving yourself a nice little hug here, and then finding your happy baby, grabbing the outer edge of your feet, and just making sure they're flat against the ceiling, almost like you're walking up to the ceiling, and pulling your elbows, or pulling your knees into your armpits. And you can rock side to side here. You can straighten one leg or the other, whatever feels nice. Or you can find your stillness. Couple breaths. And releasing that. And giving yourself one nice spinal hug here. Making yourself as small as possible. Taking a nice inhale. And as we exhale, we find our Shavasana. Our corpse pose. It's where we surrender. We let everything go and let everything be heavy. Relaxing the whole body and letting it get heavier and heavier through each exhale. Surrender. Staying here as long as you like. Finding your stillness once more. Slowing that breath down a little bit more. Relaxing the heart. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the forehead. Relaxing the mind. Let's deepen our breath, bringing fresh pranayama through the body as we wiggle the toes and the fingers. And then bring in larger movements. Bringing the one knee into the chest and then the other. And let's just roll up, finding our Sukhasana once more. And as we do that, we can keep the eyes closed or you can gently blink them open, hands to heart. Now let's just bow together as friends. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Namaste.